But, yeah, we got our first world team member. So back up now to 60 kilos. No, I'm sorry, we're at 55. My apologies, folks. Now, this is the one I wrote a little article before the finals, as it looks like Townsell got bopped in the head. So these guys are changing weights. Miranda was our 50-kilo guy last year. He's the one that went to Junior Worlds. Townsell was third at 60 kilos, meeting here in the middle, catch weight at 55. Miranda, a guy who focusing full-time on Greco. Townsell, of course, was Stanford's 125 this year, qualified for the NCAA tournament. Townsell made a couple Fargo finals. And look at the arm spin. Townsell walked right into that one. I'm going to sneak a peek. I don't know if the passive was confirmed. It was not. Chairman shaking his head no. So right as the passive was about to be confirmed, Townsell walks into a big arm spin from Miranda. Miranda halfway now to the victory here. I'm not sure, because this one was on the other mat, who won the first match. But luckily, that's what Flow Arena's for. So let's see if we can get this one figured out. Looking at 55. Miranda won the first one, and he is halfway to winning this one here, as we're about halfway through the first period. So a lot of halfways going on. That's a halfway house. Townsell continuing to dig some underhooks here. Miranda doing a great job keeping that foot planted right in the center. Gotten to see quite a bit of Miranda this year between Bill Farrell, between Schultz, between Senior Nationals, which was in Vegas in December. Kind of the new modified name for the U.S. Open for women in Greco. They kind of wanted to define their teams a little bit earlier, which I kind of like, actually, that we're getting to know the teams a little bit earlier. And we're going to get a caution against Townsell. So 6-0 now in favor of Miranda. So it's not on the board yet, but there it is, 6-0 now. So a takedown or an exposure for Miranda will finish this one off, and I thought he was going to pull the trigger on that one. Townsell burying his head a little bit. Miranda trying to make his second consecutive junior world team. I mentioned he's been exclusively training Greco. I'm not sure if he is at Northern Michigan. I believe he was talking about going there. Never followed up with him on if he is currently in Northern Michigan or not. I'm sure we'll find that out. Townsell out of the storied OPRF program. Miranda, a California boy. California versus Illinois, two of the best states for high school wrestling. And are we going to get a correct throw? We're at least going to get a step out. No. Yep, we are. Well, one offered, one confirmed. So 7-0 now. So anything Miranda does could finish this one off. But I think we're going to head into the second period with it 7-0. Let's go ahead and take a look at Miranda. So I'm going to go ahead and say he is at Northern Michigan because he has two-time world bronze medalist Andy Bisick in his corner. Andy is currently the head coach at Northern Michigan. Get a view of him. And maybe Kendrick Sanders also over there. So it looks like, as I'm passed right by him here. So Townsell got a couple Stanford coaches in his corner. Mr. Kelly. And Townsell kind of going into freestyle stance mode here, representing the California RTC. Can Miranda finish this off? Just needs 1 point of any kind. And he wants that 2-on-1 once again. 45 seconds into this second period. I mentioned Tampere, Finland is where Junior Worlds is going to be this year. I don't believe I'm going to be able to go. Possibly could make my way to Senior Worlds. But I've been mentioning, I have a feeling this Junior Worlds team, I don't know if it'll be the best team ever for Junior Greco, but I have a feeling it will be historically good. What we would need is kind of a top 7 finish and 3 medals here. As we got on the edge, big arm throw, and that will do it. Randon Miranda is psyched, and that is the loudest I've heard the crowd yet so far today. So we've got our lightweights from the East Coast, Elijah Verona, from the West Coast,